Hey everybody, welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly here at Zax.com with Zax Live Trader. I'm Dave Bartosiak, and what we're going to do today is we're going to take a quick little review here on the trades that we put up this week. So that includes Micron, Constellation brands, and Yum brands. I'm also going to touch base real briefly on some of the trades we had a couple weeks ago. Again, real briefly, I'm just going to quick comment. I'm going to talk a little bit about Restoration Hardware, a little bit about Pepsi. I don't even have a slide for them because we're not even going to get that in depth with them. I just want to touch base with you real quickly just so you know what's going on there. And remember, any questions, comments, concerns, be sure to shoot me that email at livetrader@zax.com. That way I'll be able to answer any questions you might have and I can bring up some of the older stocks. That's why I decided I'm going to talk a little bit about Restoration Hardware and Pepsi, because I had an email from somebody asking, hey, Dave, what about Restoration Hardware and Pepsi? Because I realized even though I tell you guys maybe to go ahead and close out, you may not have closed out, right? So I just want to touch base a little bit, and we'll go from there, okay? So first, on the good, the bad, and the ugly, we have Constellation brands. So with Constellation brands, we put together a bull put spread. So what that means is we were short the October 21st put, the 165, 160 put spread, okay? So we sold the 165, we bought the 160 for a net credit of $1.72. So if you were putting this trade on in a one lot, it would have cost you $172. So what we want to have happen in this is we want Constellation brands to go up. So our max profit happens when Constellation brands, ticker STZ, is over $165 per share. And what we want to have happen is we want, since we are short this put spread and we're obligated to buy them back, we want this spread to narrow, to go all the way down to zero and evaporate. So where's it trading at right now? It's at 45 cents. So already there's a beautiful profit on this one, over $1.25 of profit that you could lock in if you wanted to, or, as my suggestion goes, for this good trade, just sit back and let it expire worthless, because over the course of the next few weeks, that 45 cents will dwindle down to zero as long as shares of Constellation brands keep on rallying like they have. The stock's over 170 right now, so there's plenty of leeway. Decent earnings report. Chalk that up to a good one. So I'm hoping you guys made a few bucks on Constellation brands. Now, the next trade that we're going to be looking at was Yum brands. So that's the owner of KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, combination KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell's. They were going to do that spinoff we were talking about in Yum China. So this is a bear call spread. So what I did here is I went out to November to get a little extra juice. And I wanted to make sure that Yum spun off their Chinese division ahead of this. So we were short the November 92.50, 95 call spread. So we were short the 92.50, long the 95 for an 80-cent net credit. So what we want to have happen here is we want Yum brands to go down. So as long as Yum is below 92.50, this trade is going to work out just fine. And again, we're short here, a net credit. We want this spread to go to zero. So what's happened? Now the spread's trading down at 50 cents. So that's already 30 cents of profit you could go ahead and lock in, because Yum is down to like 87 cents, or $87 right now is where it's trading. Doesn't look good for Yum. And then again, on this one, this is patience. It's another good trade. Patience. Sit back and just let it expire worthless. That's the good part about being short option premium, because time is on your side. So something like this, you're going to see it kind of day after day slowly dwindle down. Now, if the stock does spike, you're going to see that hit the cost of the spread, right? Because those calls might become a little bit more attractive to people if the stock starts to rally. But remember, every single day the time value is working for you, okay? And you're going to see over the weekend that's going to evaporate decent too. So if you're looking for what to do on Friday while you're trading, and you're looking at these two that we've been short, maybe you just want to chill, relax, and just watch the money roll in over the next 2 weeks for the last trade, but this one's going to take several weeks. November 18th is where we went out on Yum brands. But remember, the spinoff for China, let that go, and then we have this corpse of Yum Brands that's going to be left over, and I don't think anybody's going to want this empty taco shell, okay? So, what's the last one? That's Micron. So I was very bullish on shares of Micron here, and I put together a bull call spread. This was a stock that was trading up at $36 not too long ago, come all the way down to the teens, so they had a little bit of a problem with their manufacturing process, but that seems to be getting off the ground just fine. We were long and strong the October 1750, 1950 call spread for a 69-cent net debit. What that means is we were long the October 1750 call and short the 1950 call, limiting our potential upside to $2, but also limiting our downside risk to that 69 cents. So this is the opposite case. We want to see this spread widen. We want these numbers to go up, because we're going to max out with Micron above $19.50 per share. Very aggressive, right? But I was very bullish on the stock. Now, Micron's beat on EPS, beat on revenues, but the stock's kind of chopping sideways to up just a little bit. Now, we are above $17.50 on the stock, but it hasn't exactly rallied like I had hoped. So, as a result, the spread's trading at 57 cents. That's not terrible considering we only spent 69 cents to get into it. So right now you're talking a 12-cent loss on paper on Micron, which for me, I'm not worried about at all. That's why I didn't buy the October 6th or October 7th option. I went out to the 21st. Give us a little bit of time for this to go ahead and catch. So my strategy here, you could sell out of the spread for a small loss if you're really antsy, or you could wait it out. So since I'm bullish on Micron over the intermediate term, I think I'd like to wait it out a little bit, not just go ahead and rip this thing for 57 cents, because basically the option's trading almost near intrinsic value. It's the difference between where the stock is trading and what the strike price is. It's getting really close to there. So I think I'd rather just kind of sit back, relax, and allow the thing to run, okay? Now, before we go, a couple of quick things I just wanted to touch on. Now, the first of those was the Pepsi trade, right? For you guys that are still in the Pepsi trade, we wanted to catch some post-earnings drift. It didn't happen right away. The stock retreated over the last few days after popping initially on earnings, which it could have ripped. So here, if you're still in the trade, I say you wait it out again. We've got a few weeks on that one, and the stock looks to be turning around. Restoration Hardware, very similar story. Huge rally up on earnings, which we definitely wanted to rip and get out of. But if you happen to be still lingering inside of the stock, they had a great report. Things are turning around on Restoration Hardware, so I think that's going to be just fine. Okay, so remember, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to shoot me that email at livetrader@zacks.com, and I'll go ahead and reply. And again, we are looking for suggestions for next week's earnings, because right now I got a blank slate, people. So let me know which one you want to see for the premium feed, and what are some of the other trades you want to see me do. I had one suggestion for Fastenal. It's just coming up too quick. It's Tuesday morning before the open. We can't really cram it in. So sorry about that, but we'll get it done and find some other profitable trades for you guys next week. So as always, here with Zach's Live Trader, I'm Dave Bartosiak.